At 93, Petula Clark has sold more than 100 million records and stood beside legends like the Beatles. But behind the doors of her quiet Swiss mansion is a woman who spent most of her life being managed by someone else. First her father, then her husband, long before she ever had the chance to fully manage herself. Born in 1932 in England, she wasn't even given her own name by choice. Her father combined two names he liked to create, Petula. By 9 years old, she was already a radio sensation, performing for troops during the war and winning over audiences with a voice far beyond her years. While other children played and attended school, she spent her days in recording studios and on stage. Her father took full control of her career, schedules, contracts, decisions, until Petula, by her own account, felt more like a machine completing tasks than a child living her own life. As she grew older, the pressure only intensified. She was reportedly told to bind her chest to preserve her youthful image, sacrificing much of her adolescence entirely for the sake of stardom. Desperate for independence, she eventually left Britain for France, only to fall into a strikingly similar pattern. There she met Claude Wolff, a publicity specialist, and married him in 1961. Soon after, Claude became her manager too, blending love and business just as her father once had. Their marriage lasted over 6 decades, but by the 1980s, they were reportedly no longer a couple in the traditional sense, choosing instead to stay together out of loyalty, shared history, and family rather than romance. Her career meanwhile soared to new heights. Downtown made her the first British female artist to top the American charts, earning her a Grammy and introducing her to millions of new fans. But that fame came at a cost she rarely spoke about publicly, raising 3 children while touring for weeks or months at a time. Years later, she admitted with painful honesty, "I was not a good mother. I was away too much." It remains one of the few moments where the polished, confident star let her guard down completely, revealing a regret that never fully faded. Amid all this control, one unplanned moment revealed a very different side of her. During a televised performance with Belafonte, she gently touched his arm. A simple human gesture that unexpectedly sparked national controversy in a racially divided America. Sponsors demanded the moment be cut from the broadcast entirely. Petula refused, and her husband stood firmly by her side. For once, she wasn't following someone else's script. She was standing firm on her own terms. In 2024, Claude passed away at 93, ending a partnership that had shaped nearly her entire adult life. Since then, Petula has lived quietly in Switzerland, reading, reconnecting with old friends, and finally telling her own story through a memoir released last year. She has also spoken openly about her concerns for the future of music in the age of artificial intelligence, insisting that no algorithm could ever replace genuine human emotion and lived experience. At 93, Petula Clark's legacy isn't measured only in record sales or historic firsts. It's found in the quiet cost of a life spent under other people's control, and in the rare, defiant moments when she finally chose for herself.